In this video, we're covering ACM Multi-Factor Authentication. Let's take a look at it. So here's some of the requirements. So you need ACM 642 or above. You need a mobile phone or tablet with access to the internet. You will have to download and install a Authenticator app for iOS or Android. And we do suggest that you use Microsoft or Google Authenticator. They're free. Just be aware that once you install the application, that app, that Authenticator will need access to your camera so you can scan a QR code in our application to run it. There is a way to do that without the camera. So if the camera is a concern to you, then just watch the video before you do that. You will see that there's an option. Instead of scanning the QR code, you can enter manually the code so you don't have to turn on your camera. Here's some of the limitations for this initial install. This is something that will be upgraded, but for the initial install, you need to be aware of this. So ACM Expedite app does not support multiple factor authentication. So if you turn on your user in ACM to have MFA, then you won't be able to log in ACM Expedite using that user. The same holds true for the ACC unification with ACM. At this point, we suggest that you don't, if you have that already configured, then do not use MFA, because any user that you turn on MFA in ACM will not be able to log in ACC. And depending on the user, if you're using the same user to create the unification, then you break the unification as well. So again, if you have ACC unification with ACM, I will suggest that you do not turn on MFA at this point. Same holds true if you have a REST API integration. So if you have your own third-party application designed, connected to ACM, that login authentication to ACM, that user that you log in into ACM cannot have MFA turned on. So for caution, we suggest don't turn on multi-factor authentication if you have REST API integration. For all the other systems, it's a great feature. So I'm going to go ahead and show you now how that works and how that's configured. So here's my ACM. I'm going to go ahead and log into ACM. In this case, because it's the first time I'm logging without the multi-factor authentication configured yet, it will be just my simple username and password. So click sign in, and here I am. So let's take a look how that works. So you're going to go here, identities, and you're going to look for your identity in ACM right there. And if you scroll down, you'll see now that you have a new option here for multi-factor authentication. But notice that it's grayed out right now, so you can't do anything here yet. You'll need to configure the multi-factor authentication device, which links to your phone, so then you can use that functionality. And this will be, once that's complete, this will be automatically checked. So it's very simple. I'll show you right now how to do it. So for more information on this and what I'm about to describe, you can always go to the help file in ACM right here. Click that, and if you scroll down, you will see that is a new option for multi-factor authentication. And this hyperlink right here will take you to this screen that describes the whole process and the configuration itself. So what I'm about to do in this video is describe in the help file in ACM. So I'm going to close the help file, go back to ACM, and start the configuration. So to start the configuration, we're going to go up here to the right side and click in this My Account. You'll notice that there is a new option in this version called MFA device. So now I'm going to go ahead and click Add the device. It will use my username and password, the same one that I have logged in ACM. So that's why you need to log in as yourself. Have your phone ready to go to do this. Then I'm going to hit Next. We're going to give this a name. I'm going to call this ACM Demo, like that. This is the point where you're going to use your phone to do the scanning here. Or if you don't want to use the camera, the onboard camera in your phone, because you don't want the app to have access to that, you can click over here and this will show you the actual code, and then you can type the code in your phone. So I'm going to go ahead and put my phone in here, and you will see how I do the scan and do the configuration. Okay, so here's my phone now, and I already have, in my case, I'm using Google Authenticator. All I need to do is click this Get Started right there. It's going to show you a option to enter a QR code. So I can click here to use the camera. Or if you don't want to allow again to use the camera, then you click here, enter a sub key, and you would have to click right over here to, instead of use the QR code, you will type the code in. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my QR code right there. It picked it up. That's the code. All I have to do now is just type that in here, 069325. Hit verify. And that's it. I'm done. Now there is a new device created. If I go back to identities, pull up my identity, now you will see that the authenticator, the multi-factor authentication now is configured. Notice also that now I have a code in my authenticator associated to my ACM. I'm going to go ahead and push this a little bit here to the side and just log out of ACM. Let's put this side again. And you'll see there is a little timer counting in here. So that means I don't want to use the code when I get too close here, when I get like to the red, because then I won't have enough time to enter the code. So click that, hit assign, and here it comes. And now I have to type in this code that I'm seeing on screen. Verify. And that's it. I'm now logged in into ACM. If for some reason you want to disable this feature, then you would go in ACM, go into my account, and right over here, you will click that to remove your device, your MFA device, and that will disable authentication with ACM.